Hello everybody and welcome back to the GP3 race. We have the red flag is still in effect. The drivers are sitting here waiting. Yeah, lots of questions with everyone happening right now. But right now, the big question is trying to work out what's happening. Drivers are obviously unhappy. Noticeably, the Ferrari driver of Uga Trainman noting that he wasn't happy with the restart. But we have traced down that Stan will not be rejoining the race after the amount of lag that was around him. We are trusting the game to say that it wasn't that. We are back to we will be having a shortened one-shot qualifying and a 25% race, so it will be a one-stop race at the end.
Apparently it was Sven driving the entire time, but apparently he doesn't understand why he was ghosted. Interesting game.
Well,
welcome back, by the way, guys.
Yes, Alex is back with us in the commentary booth. Sorry if we sound a bit forlorn right now. We're trying to work out everything that's happening. The admins have made a choice alongside myself.
Some drivers aren't happy about the restart, especially Trainman. Obviously, we understand from his perspective, being in the lead and having a clear race out in front of him. But because he was so clear out in front, he couldn't see the madness that was going to happen on behind him.
So we're trying to work out what's happening with it all. We've currently got 14 drivers on the grid. Few drivers haven't selected their cars yet. Some guys coming in, including Sven. But yes, so we are currently having to deal with the restart. We will have obviously that shortened race. A couple of drivers already red lighting, which isn't good. But obviously, the lobby lights are always different to me. They always say that I have the worst connection to some people where I still have a stable connection to, so I don't trust them.
Me neither. It's just sorry if I sound completely blown. It was JB's also been beating himself up on off stream, so just give him good thoughts as well, because he doesn't deserve that.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything wrong.
It's happened nonetheless.
You couldn't have done anything wrong. You couldn't have done anything. Couldn't have done anything better, mate. So my stream lights of all my fucking status lights are flicking,
Yeah.
So
there might be a little bit more. I will give a warning now. There might be a few more use of more liberal language in this stream, just down to the fact that me and Alex are incredibly hot and we're a little bit annoyed at the fact that we had to deploy the red flag and the fact that I fumbled around trying to work everything out. But we are going to try and keep it as professional as possible. We've already lost someone from the lobby. RDB hasn't started his car yet, so getting ready to go.
I thought we had 15. Who left?
I don't know. And frankly, at this point, I'm not in the mood to find out. I'm not going to chase them. Still waiting on RDB to select his car, but RDB hasn't selected his car. So you know what? Whatever car he's in, he'll still cause points for Todoroso. It's not interesting anymore. We're gonna head over the track now. Ready up. All drivers have to ready up now. 14 drivers here in Spain on the restart.
The short qualifying 25%.
No, one shot qualifying.
No, sorry. There you go. That shows how much. Of an idiot I'm being. We're now down to 13 drivers apparently. Oh, someone else is back in. So we're back to 14. Good. That being Luke Beck.
So we are back onto the race now. It will be a shortened race now from 33. What's half of 33? Because I'm an invalid.
What?
What's half of 33?
Half of 33 is 16.5.
So we'll have a 16-lap race here in Spain after having to delayed event after the red flag has been out. So we have a few drivers in. This is going to be really difficult for the championship now, because drivers are going to be like, oh, well, if you didn't red flag this, we'd have more championship points. If you didn't do this, do that. I mean, drivers who haven't come back, they're just not in the mood to come back. They've had enough. I mean,
I think if you, defend Trainman, and obviously, in the heat at the moment when you're leading a race, you did 25 points. That's amazing. And
Trainman's rejoined us.
Frustration, definitely.
Trainman's back with us.
No, but he wasn't one of the fans of the restart. And there will be drivers that also want fans of the restart. Perhaps they were going well in the last race, but so we understand their frustration. I don't think he'll get to qualify though.
Blensan has joined us. He's saying that his right trigger wasn't working. Al Sane and we have a few drivers in different cars potentially with the restart, but at this point we're just gonna hopefully get the race under our belts and hope that tomorrow we don't have to call a red flag at all. Obviously tomorrow we'll have more admins up in the box to be able to see what's happening and all that.
I won't be here, I don't think, unless I get called in. But if I get called in, I'll be here. Because I've missed doing this. I've missed JB. So,
Oh, it started already. Your voice just went.
There. So oh no.
I can't think of anything else I could turn off the internet. To be honest, everything else is turned off the internet in my room, barring my phone. So we will just have to suck it up and deal with it. We're on to the strap now. 14 drivers here in GP3 on the restart. This is the qualifying lap currently on board with Yargamel as he goes towards turn 1. He's dropping to P4. We're going to go up to GA, who's actually faster in straight line. He's into P1. We have a very mixed up grid now. Fester is currently in the lead. We'll actually stay on board with someone. We're going to stay on board with Psychomich, I think.
I've chosen Luke Deck, so there you go. We'll follow 2 different people.
RDB retires. So RDB making a mistake on the short qualifying. On the one-shot qualifying. Right now, the brothers Swede are up top. But Fester joining in. Is it going to be a Swedish all-front row? No, because Vistini's coming to play as well. Luke Beck already up there to play as well. We're mainly focusing on Vitara right now, so we can see what's happening. Vistini under P3. No, Vistini dropping down. Luke Beck is currently a 2x2 run as Friedrich battles forward. Vestli is still up there in P3. They're battling forward, but right now, it looks like the top 2. There's a change for position as Sven drops behind his brother, but then back in front of him. As we head towards the end of the lap, Buttonsan's leaving the session because he couldn't get into a car and his button seems to still be broken. Heading through, Trainman is still looking for pole position here in Spain with the one-shot qualifying coming down into the final couple of corners. Sven is there. Is it going to be Trainman? Is it going to be Sven? It'll be one of the two. Trainman on the run now. Which one's first? Is it Sven? Is it Trainman on the DRS open? It's Sven right now. Sven crosses the line. And what a close qualifying that was.
Absolutely. I mean, Luke Beck, who I was following, comes 4th in the end of it. Not the worst for the British man, but the brothers 1 and 2.
Yes, so by 19 thousandths of a second. Sven is in P1.
Trainman, as you said, the brothers Swede, 1 and 2. Then Vistelli, then Luke Beck, then Friedrich, then Fester, then Alsander, and Billy, then Linel, then Psychomich. Everyone else gets 3 tyre choice, that being Gilgamesh, GA, Special Energy, and RDB.
Only 14 drivers in this race due to the breakdown in issues. And lots of arguments in the chat. I'm going to shut these guys down one more time.
Are you there, Jack?
I am just having to be a bit mean, and I have said that if there's one more person that messages in the chat, I will qualify ban them next week. This is to all GP3 drivers. Do not qualify, do not commentate in the chat while drivers are racing. It's a goddamn disgrace if you sit there and talk the whole way through the race and people are listening to the ping of their phone or is coming up blocking their view in the race. Don't do it.
This is where we have angry JB, and this is where I apologise, but he's been through a lot of stress tonight, guys. So.
I will qualify ban the entire grid. I do not care. On the formation lap now, 17 laps of racing here. The brother Swede in the top 3 right now. I mean,
good qualifying from the Renault team. Just to point out that while we're looking down the grid. You know, perhaps they would prefer the sort of qualifying at Paul Ricard, but I'll take it when they can get it. GA, you know, can he not DNF to the touch for Lee now to score points? He started on the medium tyres, didn't know he qualified on those. I might just have to pop up for 2 seconds as my food arrives.
That's absolutely fine.
But, you know,
RDB, who's driving in Red Bull, will still score points for the Toro Rosso team if he makes it there. 17 laps. There will be a pit stop involved, so they will probably have to go onto different combo of tyres. It'll probably just be the medium tyres, so the medium runners will probably have to stop for the soft tyres, and then the medium runners will have to stop for. Then the soft tyres will have to run for the medium tyres, so they'll be able to make it to the end.
Saying is it looks a lot smoother now on my end, I don't know you.
It does. There's no evidence of lag whatsoever. Hello, Certi. And I'm now trying to reset myself. As the drivers had to reset before this event, just be mindful of the fact that I might be a little bit harsher than normal after such a very difficult qualifying, very difficult first hour of the stream.
So who's championship leader?
Championship leader is Sven. He's the championship leader there. He's leading the championship from Luke Beck, and then his teammate Widler Billy is in P3. Remember, there's this mixed up grid and the shortened race and shortened grid numbers. We can have something interesting. Hello, Clark. We will see what happens. Again. What was that?
Here we go again, I said.
Yeah. Well, this time round, we'll see what the drivers can do. Only 17 laps rather than the 33 laps of racing. It's unfair to make the drivers race even more. This will probably be a 25-minute race. What can the drivers do in this one? This time, Sven starts on pole position ahead of his brother in P2. Vestley is in P3. Luke Beck in P4. Friedrich in P5. Fester in P6. Alsan in P7. Billy in P8. Liedal in P9. Sajkovic in P10. Let's see what happens at the start of the race, because the lights are on. The lights are out. It's a good start from the Ferrari in P2. Possibly better, but on the run towards Turn 1. This is actually the longest run to Turn 1 in all of it. And the Renaults are swamping the Mercedes. Who's going to make the move? The brothers going almost side by side in Turn 1. And no, it's the Renaults. They bump and bash the Mercedes through. And Friedrich round on lap 1. And he's down to last position. He's got no damage on the car. As Sector 2, outside A is in trouble. Oh, someone's round. It's a Red Bull. It's RDB.
RDB's round. Curtains for RDB.
Remember, this race, if you make a mistake in this shortened grid, you might be in a bit of trouble, as RDB leaves the session in anger. But Lina are now battling for P8 right now alongside Alsat A. Widlow Billy closer to the back of Fester than he wants to be. He needs to get through sooner rather than later on those medium compounded tyres. Oh, he's wide! It's a Williams, it's Jürger! The Jürger command continues on as they all go heavy fast, that's a word. They go incredibly fast through this race. They're clearly all very upset after the restart. Some of these drivers are thinking, right, this is my chance to score points with the shortened grid. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. It sorts out people's strategies like Luke Beck and Stan was on the strategy, but obviously not here due to lag issues.
Sven leads us away on lap 1 from his brother in P2. There's already a 2-second gap, but that's coming down. Luke Beck is apparently 2 tenths away from someone. Apparently he's 2 tenths away from Trayman. That's not right. My timings aren't right.
It says 1.2 seconds for me, mate.
No, my timings are wrong. Side by side goes GA, and so Alsane is in trouble. He's going wide, but he's managed to control the car. And Billy has slipped up past the Dutch driver. Vestley looking to overtake. My timings are incredibly wrong because it's saying that Luke Beck is within 5 tenths of Trainman. It might just be there, but my timings are terribly wrong right now. Outside A dropping back another position as he fights with Billy, but the Mercedes driver in trouble as he struggles in this race already, starting on the softer compound of tyres.
Give me some of your times a second, I'll tell you whether you're right.
The gap at the top is 0.7 tenths. 8 tenths.
Yep.
Second to third is 0.7.
Done, now 8.0.
Yeah, 8.4. Yeah, okay, my times might have reset now. Dr. Special Energy on the back of GA, looking to overtake. Remember, some of these drivers might have crashed out with the first race, but now with the second shortened race, they had to continue on. Whoa, Dr. Special Energy wide as he struggles to control the car. Gaps coming down. Here's Alsan. DRS has now been able. Let's play with that DRS. That opening rear wing. Doc Special Energy within a second. He's going to the outside of GA. Looking for points here is Doc Special Energy. He doesn't make it through. Now under pressure from Jargamel is Dr. Special Energy. The Williams looking to pass the Doctor quickly. And he cannot make it. I thought the Doctor would have been in a white car. Or maybe a blue one. TARDIS blue.
TARDIS blue.
TARDIS is my
If I'm
favourite
a bit
ship.
silent, guys, I'm trying to eat my food as fast as possible so I can get back to commentary. Just read my mic when I go to eat.
Don't make yourself ill.
No, I'm not eating that fast. Christ.
Oh, Train Man's in trouble! Train Man in the grill! He's had a big mistake. He's going to blame the restart. He's going to blame everyone. Oh, Jorgemel too! Jorgemel out the race! The Williams having a massive accident. Train Man is dropped from P2 down to P12. RDB not racing, so Train Man is the last man on the track. Now you see Alsane under pressure from Billy. Sorry, Alsane Perley under pressure.
He's been a victim of the restart there. That's unfortunate there for a good Train Man.
So GA on the attack now to the inside of Psychomich. Psychomich having to result. Oh, big lag for a moment there for Psychomich, but it looks to be okay. You're going to train out with a time penalty for speeding into pit lane. If he retires, then that'll be completely understandable. As Vesely comes up to the back of Luke Beck within a second. They're all looking very controlled as they come through. No evidence of lag whatsoever, which is normally what we see in SFR. Dr. Special Energy now trying to pile under pressure once more on Luke on Psychomich. Cannot make it through. But nonetheless, we'll see what the drivers can get up to as they come onto as they head towards lap 5. Lap 5 will initiate as soon as the leader crosses the line. Psychomich under pressure though, as he tries his hardest. Jorgemel leaving the session, understandably upset in his first SFR race, ends in a red flag and then ends in him in the barrier. Dr. Special Energy on the back of Psychomich. What can he do? He's the only driver within DRS right now of anyone else. Psychomich just dipping in within the DRS. He might get it. Who's going to be faster on the straight? Is it Psychomich? Is it Dr. Special Energy? DRS open. Dr. Special Energy with DRS is trying to get close to Psychomich. I think Psychomich, so is faster. No. Dr. Special Energy looking to the inside at some point. No, looking to the outside, trying to make him squirm a bit, but he doesn't go through. Pro Oliver? No, Pro Oliver's not on screen. I don't know what you're on about, Clark.
Interestingly, the steady's closing up to Luke Beck. Luke Beck losing off the back of Sven.
Remember, we see that the tyres will start to degrade, especially those those soft tyres. I'm resorting back to 2018, and my voice is going as well. But the soft tyres obviously starting to degrade after only 4 laps, which is absolutely fine. The degrading process will accelerate a little bit as it's a shortened race. But Dr. Special Energy now is going to have a try on Psychomich. He's looking to the inside, then looking to the outside. He doesn't make the move stick yet. That's the 72 car. Trying to get round him. He cannot get round him as Linnell is knocking on the back of Alsan A's car. And Dr. Special Energy eyes front as he tries to get through. Got to think very fairly. Luke Beck into pit lane. Luke Beck now with a time penalty for going into pit lane, for speeding into pit lane. Dr. Special Energy is now released from Psychomich as he pits, same with Friedrich. So both the Renaults double stacking. Is this a mistake from Renault? Renault have released one driver. Are they going to be able to get the wheels out in time? Let's have a look. No, they're not ready. As Friedrich pulls in, they are not ready. It's a slightly slower stop, but it's still very quick stop there from Renault. Slow release. But what a job.
Interesting that Friedrich didn't know his teammate was in the pits. Maybe he did and he just wanted to get off the tyres.
I think he might have seen the gap and thought, you know what, I'm going to try this. So double stacking was Renault's job there. Where will that end them? Because Psychomich is in between them.
Friedrich is just ahead of Uga Trainman.
The Trainman who pitted a few laps earlier is now under pressure. He's on the hard compounded tyres. He doesn't believe in the medium compounded tyres at this point. Remember, only 17 laps. So 6 completed, heading towards the last 10 laps of racing once we hit lap 8. As Fester is on the back of Vesely.
Interestingly as well.
Top 3 all in, top 3 into pit lane. Sorry to interrupt you, mate. It's the top 3 bail into pit lane. And now, Wido Billy is our leader. One of the Alfa Romeos and a championship contender is into the lead.
It was fine. I literally was about to say what you just said. So.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Lee's got past
yeah.
outside and all of that. So Lee up to P2. What can the British driver do? As he tries to defend. Remember, he's going to drop down after everyone who's pitted ahead of him will have what's known as the undercut. Fester on releasing from pit lane is ahead of Sykovic, his teammate, and it seems that Friedrich is in a bit of trouble after being slowed up in that pit stop just a little bit. Doc Special Energy on the back of GA, Alex.
You got me at the worst time there, but
Did I?
yeah, Doc Special Energy is on the back of GA. GA, is he still out on those softs?
GA,
That's a bold strat.
Yeah, GA still out on the soft tyres, same as Alsane. The run-up has joined, but too late. Too late. The Badger has joined as well. Too late.
That was a bit odd. Why are they joined at the exact same time?
I saw that Badger put something in the chat, so looks like I might be having to lift my banhammer later. The run-up has left, and Doc Special Energy closer and closer to the back of the Scotsman's rear end. I think we'll see the Scotsman bail to pit lane this time round. We do see him go to pit lane round. There we go. I speak Klingon.
He's dead.
Yeah, I am melting right now trying to do commentary. And I'm really, my brain gave up. I ran out of words. That's what I did. I ran out of letters. So the guys at the back of my mouth that shoveled the words out, ran out of letters and just started saying noises out.
Everyone's on the medium tyres now, apart from Chainman.
RDB obviously isn't racing. So Friedrich to the outside of Sykovic, and what a dominant run there as he does pass. But he will not get past GA, who's just still in the points right now. Now the question is, who got it right on strategy? Who pitted at the right time? Who has got it right? Maybe the guys who started in the medium tyres are going to have the best run. Who knows? White No Belly is still our leader, though, ahead of Lee Nell in P2, who's getting closer and closer, and Doc Special Energy is in P3. That is our podium.
Absolutely. I think the one that's looking the best at the minute is Sven, by a country mile.
The Swedish country mile? Because I thought it'd be a kilometre, wouldn't it? I don't know what system they use over there. So, on board now with Friedrich as he heads towards the back of GA. Remember, GA is on fresher tyres. This will make it slightly more difficult for Friedrich to get through as he has to correct himself on the brakes there. Because he almost ran into the back of the Scotsman as the Norwegian driver gets to the back. Yeah, he is Norwegian, I hope. I can only apologise if I get your nationality wrong. As he runs to the back.
Wrong?
Yeah, you're clearly Welsh.
Thanks, man.
It's a bigger insult than what you think.
No, because I want to move to Wales, so it's not for me.
Oh, okay. I don't like Wales much. Too many hills. Move to Silverstone. There's enough hills there. On board with Vesta as he runs to the back of
I don't want to move to Silverstone.
I want to move to Silverstone. I think the village looks amazing. I had a look around, and it's really pretty.
There's a racetrack there, so...
Yeah. Just Mikey has joined us. Sector 2's yellow flags are waving. We're heading to Sector 2 now. What has happened? It's Lee. Lee's in trouble. He's ramped wide with a damaged front wing. He's seesawing his way through. Is that going to struggle with that? As now Luke Beck pulls around the outside. Lee's going to think, right, I'm going to pit now. I'm going to get to pit lane and make sure that I'm fine.
Softs can make it, can't they?
Softs can make it from now. And once again, how many times do I have to tell drivers, do not put in the chat after an admin has said, no one put, and Friedrich's into the barrier. My anger affected Friedrich, and he's into the barrier. That's going to re-anger him. Linell, he's in trouble as he's got to stop the car. He is fine with stopping it, but now it's the job of staying in pit lane a little bit longer. Fester to the outside of Vestley. I just can't let Alex get a word in this short race, and he swings by the outside of the Norwegian driver, and the Swede takes him. One of our many super Swedes.
I mean, chips, I don't mind. But here comes Vestelli again, no, not going to do anything.
Friedrich retiring in Sector 3. Yeah, well, I think that's a terrible. I've had enough. I'm not happy. Lee, obviously, with the long stop right now, but that might prove to be the best strategy. He has got 8 laps of this race to power around and have fun and see if he can get into the points. That's all they want after this disaster of a Grand Prix here in GP3.
He's got a chance to get fastest lap.
He's got to get fastest lap, but he's also got to get in within top 10 for it to count. Vesely, running out of brakes as he almost ran into the back of Fester. Vesely, I think, almost running like a Lewis Hamilton-inspired helmet there. I think you might have mentioned it before. Billy into pit lane, finally into pit lane after with a 10-second gap. He's going to be in much fun. Here comes Svendo to pass Doc Special Energy round the outside. Again, Doc Special Energy on 10 lap worn tyres. He's going to try and stay within a second of him as he pits around the next couple of laps.
Absolutely. Battle on.
Back with Vesely now as he gets then Luke Beck starting to join the party as they close up towards the other Renault who's back in P3. Linel currently outside the points. Doc Special Energy actually is still within a second of Sven. So Sven hasn't disappeared much. Sector 1 yellow flag is waving. Who is it? It's Alsan! Alsan A! Excuse me, Alsan A into the wall with damage that will send the Mercedes back to pit lane. Here's Trainman.
If he can get there.
Yeah, this track is very nasty. GA could be done there for weaving a bit, but he is still in front of Trainman, as I'm still running out of words. Trainman with superior grip on the back of the Scotsman. What can the Swedish driver do as he goes round towards the second DRS zone? Who gets better exit? But Trainman had to lift off dramatically or he would have sailed off track.
Choking, hang on, don't mind me.
It's alright, I've got to rest my voice slightly for a second because I'm starting to lose it. Trainman is still putting pressure on GA as he gets towards the back, towards the second DRS straight, the first DRS straight, and the start finish straight of the race. Where is GA going to go? He's wiggling the rear end as Luke Beck gets passed by Fester into turn 1.
Yep.
On board with Trainman once more as he goes. GA making one move, GA going to the other side of the track, and now Trainman to the inside, the 93 car trying to hold his way through, and there's no contact between the Scotsmen. Oh, Trainman down!
Lubeck gets a tyre on the track, and you could be seen going down to 5th position.
Trainman with a broken front wing, that has destroyed his race. Alcide leaving the session, he's had enough, he hasn't retired his car though. Vesely now on the back of Luke Beck who's losing the Paradora.
Currently in net P3, this is Special Energy Pits.
I'm going to give a qualifying ban to you for commenting in the chat.
Sorry, I just thought I had it. It was annoying me.
You didn't have to. But RDB now under pressure. RDB out of it. Luke Beck's in AI mode.
What do you mean you didn't have to? Sorry, what was that?
What's Lee in AI mode for? Hold on. We're having a bit of trouble with Luke. He's in AI mode. This might mean a potential penalty. If he steps, he's in trouble. He's blocking because he's in AI mode. What on earth is going on? Vesely's put his arm up in anger as he made contact with Billy, who's overtaking both of them. Is Luke still in AI mode? What on earth's happening here? He's getting pushed off the track a little bit by Billy. If he's still in AI mode, the drivers will be having words with him at the end of the race. I cannot fathom what is. Luke Beck's left the session. He's lagged out. Okay, so there's your excuse of what happened then. I cannot fathom what's actually going on with this game right now to the point that I may actually snap it. I'm going to lose my mind in a minute. Round the outside comes Billy.
Outside.
Oh, I just give up with this game. I honestly do.
Okay, you're saying this as well, yeah?
Yeah, to be fair, you know what? I might just retire right now. Should I just retire from commentary? I just might.
If you want to take a break, mate, I can do the end of this. I can take the end of this. Take a lap or two out, I'll take them through it. But as you can see, off the Stelly, they're getting a bit of oversteer. He's going to lose the DRS now to Billy, and that won't help him, and that won't help his race at all. He's on a lap older, medium tyres as well. But because of 25%, it's only 4 lap older, so that's not going to make it fully better.
Dr. Special Energy on the back of GA as he gets close to the back of the Scotsman. The Scotsman struggle was very difficult to overtake for Trainman. And this time, Dr. Special Energy is thinking, right, I'll have a try myself. And GA struggling very much out the final chicane.
Special Energy's got this, man. Special Energy's he's gonna get this, hopefully. Here we go, side by side. McLaren and Racing Point. Who's got the better speed? Definitely the Mercedes-powered Racing Point. However, GA's still in this. But I think he's just going to have to settle behind the Racing Point for now.
Can only apologise. I made a mistake there on selecting the cameras. The driver is 10 seconds is the gap at the top of the show. Sven 10 seconds away. 8 seconds away from Fepster in P2. Billy in P3 right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, this has not been the best race in SFR history. It will certainly go down in the books as one to remember because of all the events. But how interesting can this race be now? I mean, 3 laps to go, 8 seconds to the leader. It's a done deal for Sven, really. Good race from him.
Anything could happen in S1, and it normally does, as we're watching Sven now come across the line to start the 15th lap. He goes towards lapping.
I think we're going to call.
Cars.
I think we should call that podium interviews off tonight. I think there's so much stress on us.
Yeah, I think podium interviews will not be happening tonight due to well, you can tell. Do I exactly seem happy right now? Josh Special is going to pass Luke Beck, but to be fair, there's going to be a lot of heated arguments and all that. And in fairness, there's going to be talk. And to be fair, the podium interviews aren't going to happen because of. We don't want there to be arguments in the chat between people making the driver's choice. We'll have a pre-race interview next week in SFR rather than a post-race interview tonight. Still on board with Dr. Special Energy looking for his best race of the season.
I'm following Wildlow Billy, mate. He's closing in on Fester.
By a rate of knots.
Well, that's the soft tyres for him.
GA also, GA is about to pass Luke Beck's Jost. That's fine. DRS is going to open on Billy's car as he heads towards the end of the straight.
Yeah, mate, Wildlow Billy's got this. 2 laps to go. As long as he keeps it clean, it could be an Alpha 1-2.
Well, what can happen here? Obviously, we won't be having interviews.
Ovestelli is very much involved still.
DRS opening on Billy's car as he heads towards the penultimate lap of the race. Defster going defensive. Doesn't really seem like weaving because he's so much quicker on the straights than Billy.
And Vestelli, he's running out of laps here. He needs to kind of begin to push heavy, give it everything he's got in that Mercedes, and hope that he can get the win. But he's falling back now, and so maybe I was being a bit too hopeful for him. But one man that we can't say has put a foot wrong is Sven.
Sven has done very well. He got pole position. His brother, obviously, currently in P10 after starting on the front row, had a difficult race nonetheless. One more to go in this race as we head towards, as we see Sven now on screen, Luke Beck being passed by Sajkovic. Luke Beck lagging out due to PlayStation issues, but I never actually wrote in the chat, so, you know. Lee now looking to overtake Luke. You know what? Lee is within a chance of a top 6 finish right now. Within a top 7 finish.
I'm going to keep my eyes on this fight for P2. Because I think Billy's got 2 more chances to really make this work.
Sven's even faster.
Just to show Sven's face. Billy got tons of tenths off of Fester in that corner. Now with the DRS and the slipstream.
Fester's got it too though. Fester's got DRS as well.
Off a ghost car that made Rue Billy's chances.
Oh, Billy almost totally now for the mail right there. Here on board with Lee now in Vittorio Rosso, DRS open as he charges towards turn 1. He's looking to pass Sajkovic. We've got a red bar on Sajkovic. It's gone again. And now Lee to the inside of the British driver. And Sajkovic having to give up the position on different tyres as he almost runs into the back of Lee.
Good recovery from Lee. I'm still checking out this second place fight. 6/10 in it. Some good corners from Billy, and he's going to give it everything he's got.
Only a few more chances for Billy, but we're going to have to look at Sven coming through the final chicane. He's coming towards the final chicane now. He's not put a foot wrong. This is going to be the first repeat winner of Season 5 here in GP3 after a chaotic race. He dealt with it superbly. Round the final corner, one more hazard to go. He does make it fine. He lifts off and he crosses the line. Sven wins the shortened race here in Spain, in Catalonia. Billy is going to finish in P3, but Festa's going to finish in P2. What a race. Well,
what a race.
I think what an evening.
Yeah. Sorry about that one, guys. Wasn't our brightest moment. Psychovic said he's really racing lead down to the wire, but nothing can really do. Jay will come in a comfortable P6, good job. Lee will come P7, Psychovic P8, and then Dash to Ghost Cars.
Yeah, Trayman will be awarded P9 after Luke did not serve his penalty, after Luke didn't complete the race distance, so Trayman will be P9. But he is our last finisher, but our winner is, well, I see that Trayman's leaving, he's not happy. He's
just enjoying, he's just trying to, you know, send a message here to just, I mean, obviously there's nothing we can do about it, but...
Well, it's just an admin choice, it was an admin choice, the admin's made the choice,
Yeah, I mean, you do have to fill from on one level, but at the other level, this isn't needed.
Well,
yeah, but
you can make a point, you can be as arrogant as you like. If you think you're going to win the race, then you know what? If you're going to think you're going to win all the time, sorry, but these things happen. Sven wins in Baku, barring any stewards' investigations, and there might be a few, but we'll see what happens.
I don't think from Sven's side, though. Absolutely not. I think that was clear as day. And now you can see him celebrating now, and actually he's one of the people that actually deserved a really good result, and proved it today. It was good from start to finish.
All Ferrari-powered podium. All
So we'll be happy
Ferrari-powered
after we were saying earlier on he wouldn't be.
Gunter Steiner's happy. Fred Garcia's happy. Remember, this is all barring stewards' investigations. There'll probably be a few.
Absolutely, but anyway, Sven took the lead here. Second was Festa. Third, Billy. There are your podium finishers, as JB would say, barring any stewards' investigations. Ovestelli fourth, Special Energy fifth, GA sixth, Lionel seventh, Psychomich eighth, and Ugo Trademan will take ninth. That is your finishers, but your non-finishers were Luke Beck, Alston A, RDB, Friedrich, and Gilgamesh. That is it for today here at GP2. Thank you for joining us.
With GP3. I know it feels like we've been doing this so long, it feels like it's GP2 at this rate.
It's a Tuesday, second day of the week, I get it mixed up. I do that all the time. GP3, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow with GP2 action, which hopefully won't be broken. Thank you.
Yes, tomorrow is GP2. See, I've done it now. Tomorrow is GP2's race, hosted by James. James will be taking you through. Hopefully, the game decides it won't be a pain in my arse, as I am looking to race in that division. We'll be seeing myself. I'll be back on commentary. I believe I've got Festa on commentary with me on Friday night. On Thursday night. With
No, you have me on Thursday.
Oh, I've got you on Thursday, have I? So me and Alex will be seeing you again on Thursday for the Premier Division. Hopefully, again, the game improves. This is our winning car of the event, the Alfa Romeo. You know, you can say who won, but it was Sven on the stream. My name is JB. Thank you, Alex, for commentating through this madness.
No worries, man. Anytime.
And we'll see you next time in SFR. Have a very good night, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra, guys.